Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. Real quick, I want you guys to see my actual setup because in the camera it looks decent, but look around me. I'm in like my natural habitat right now. We have Mr. Superman teddy bear holding up my ring light. Hopefully this doesn't catch on fire. Probably not the smartest thing. And then I have this thing next to me. I'm sitting in toys that the boys did not clean up from this morning that go in this toy box. So yeah, this is what I'm working with right now. You wouldn't know that if I didn't show you guys, but that is what it really looks like right now. I'm going to be filming my part 2 of my Q&A, which is not really like a part 2 because it's not going up like right after my last Q&A, which was 3 months ago. So a lot of you guys have asked for that. So this is going to be my part 2 of my Q&A. And I'm just going to go through the questions that I didn't get to or questions that were asked on that video. I took the boys strawberry picking this morning, so my hair is like super, ugh, I feel it's kind of gross. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it so this video is not super long. And if you're new, because I know that I've been getting a decent amount of new subscribers, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like my content. I'm trying to be better at my schedule, but clearly I didn't do a good job yesterday because there was nothing up. You guys are always so supportive, so I love you guys. Anyways, the first question is, how did you know that you were completely ready for baby number 2? I know it's different for everyone. This is like a hard question because I didn't feel like I was ready. Like, say I had a newborn like right at that moment when Paxton was a year old, I wouldn't say I was ready then, but I knew that I would have like 9 months that Paxton would be older, and I knew I wanted them close. Now they're 22 months apart. I love the age gap of them, but I couldn't imagine having the third baby that close. But Paxton was a very, very hard 2-year-old, like he had a very difficult terrible 2 stage. At Maverick's age, Paxton was already showing like he was like a destructor. He would like tear things apart and break his toys and throw, and like very destructive, whereas Maverick is not like that. He can play with his toys without breaking them, and he plays it a lot more gentle. So you can tell already that they are very different. They're the same in a lot of ways, but very different in other aspects. Paxton was very gentle when Maverick was born. He was rough with his toys, Paxton, but he was not rough with Maverick, whereas Maverick is more rough with babies. I don't know, he thinks like he can just throw a ball at them and they can catch it, or he can like jump on them. I'm like, no, please stop. So I could not imagine having a newborn right now. I don't think Maverick is ready. I would love to have a baby by the time Maverick is like 3, if we do decide to have a baby. But you guys will have to just wait and see if we do or not. I don't know, I just feel like they get to a certain age and you feel like, okay, I got this mom thing. And then you kind of have the confidence to be like, all right, I think we could do this again. I would not be ready to have a newborn like right now. I feel like I'm ready now to start trying to get pregnant. If we did decide to get pregnant, I feel like I'm totally ready to be pregnant and know that the baby wouldn't be here for, 9 months. But I also have to, for me, I have to prepare in my mind being sick, because I'm very sick. I was very, very sick with Paxton. I was really sick with Maverick, but more Paxton. And I have to mentally prepare myself. So that's how I can tell if I'm ready, like knowing where the boys are in their milestones. Like, can I handle being very sick again with where they are in like their stage of life? So I feel like because Maverick and Paxton play really well together, and they're like Maverick's being more independent, it gives me like a feeling of I can handle being very sick and being pregnant, especially that I will be home this pregnancy. If I do get pregnant again, I won't be working, so that gives me another like boost of confidence, like I can handle it. So that's my main thing that I think about when getting pregnant, is just knowing that there is a very good chance that I will be very sick for my next pregnancy. Fingers crossed. That would be amazing if I could just not be sick and enjoy my pregnancy, or just be sick the first trimester, but I don't have like high hopes for that. Another question I got was, what is your current favorite show? My favorite current show right now is How to Get Away with Murder. I don't know why I didn't watch this sooner. I'm obsessed. Like, I'm on the first season, episode 11. I'm obsessed. I just cannot get enough of this show. I'm like excited to put the kids to bed just so I can binge watch the show. So I definitely recommend, if you're into like crime shows and stuff, How to Get Away with Murder is amazing, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, but I love shows like that. Do you plan on having any more kids later? I've answered this before, but because this is always asked, I'll say it again. It's not like guarantee we're gonna have another baby, but I definitely would love another baby. I've always felt like 3 kids is what I'm supposed to have, and I definitely, if we do have another baby, the lighting changed in here, but if I do have another baby, that will be the last baby. And I'm glad, if we did get pregnant again, that I will know mentally like this is my last child, because with Maverick I didn't feel like that, because I wasn't 100% sure like that he was my last child. So I feel like if I am to get pregnant, I'm gonna know that this is the last time I'm gonna be pregnant. So I really want to enjoy my pregnancy, whether I'm sick or not. Not that I enjoy the boys, but like know mentally that this is the last time I'm going to be going through this phase of my life. I would love to have another baby. Am I 100% sure that we are going to? No. Next question was, what grade do you plan on teaching? I'm going to school to be a teacher, so a lot of you are asking what grade I'm looking to teach. I'm getting my P3 certification. I would love to teach younger kids, preschool to 3rd grade. There's something about like little kids, which you definitely have to have like the patience. Some people don't have the patience for younger ones, and they're like, I don't know how you could do it, but I don't know how people do like high school. Like, I couldn't imagine me teaching like high school. So I'm going to be teaching either preschool up until 3rd grade. Next question is, when do you start doing the rule about not eating what you make for dinner and no snacks? So I started this with Paxton. I can't even remember. I used to, if Paxton didn't eat dinner, I would just give him yogurt, or he could have fruit. Then I stopped it because he tended to just say, even if I would make something that I knew he liked, he would not want it because he wanted the yogurt, or he wanted something, the fruit, something else that I would give as an alternative. So when I kind of realized like that was what he was doing, obviously you don't want to do this when they're too little, but for me, I knew that once he started realizing that he was not going to get the yogurt, he was not just going to get fruit for dinner if he didn't eat his main meal, he realized that he'd ask for yogurt and we'd say, no, you didn't eat your dinner, and then he'd want dinner again. So right after dinner, I would not just throw away his food and he'd have to wait until breakfast. I'll usually cover his food up, put it in the fridge, and usually he will ask for the meal again because he's hungry. Even if it's 7 o'clock and he's saying he's hungry, he will get the meal that we saved for him from dinner time. I can't remember exactly when I started that. It was definitely over the age of 2. I can't remember for sure though. I don't have that problem with Maverick. Maverick eats pretty much anything that I make besides macaroni and cheese. Both my boys are not macaroni and cheese kids. Next question is, what is your favorite thing to do with your mommy time, whether it's just be by yourself or with no mommy friends, or with your mommy friends? My favorite thing to do for mommy time is lay on the couch and watch my favorite show and have junk food. Or I'm not really like a go out person. I do like having like mommy time and like play dates and stuff, but like when I do play dates with my friends, it's like for the kids, so it's hard to like have like conversation with other like moms, especially when I went on the field trip yesterday with Paxton. It wasn't hard because Paxton's older, and you know, my friend's son is as the same age as Paxton, so we could talk and they were playing together, and I didn't have any other like child to look after. But when it's like Paxton and Maverick, I really have to, you know, make sure Maverick and Paxton are safe and they're, you know, not getting lost or being careful, and I have my eye on them. So it's really hard to have a conversation with mommy friends when you're out on a play date, when you have more than one kid. One's going this way, one's going this way, so you have to like make sure they're both, you know, where they're supposed to be and safe. Even if I'm just watching a movie by myself, pigging out, it's probably my favorite thing to do. A lot of people ask me if I'm going back to work. I'm going back to work when Maverick starts kindergarten. So once he starts kindergarten, that's the year I plan on doing my student teaching. Obviously, if we have another child, they would be like 2 years old. If we got pregnant soon, they'd probably be in a child care center. Even though the baby would only be 2 years old, I do feel very grateful that I was able to stay home with Paxton, with Maverick, and a decent part of the third baby's like beginning of life. I feel like it's incredibly hard to leave a newborn at 6 weeks old like I did with Paxton. Like that was incredibly hard. Didn't feel like it got easier, but knowing that the baby would be 2 and I did get to be home with it when it was a newborn in its first 2 years of life makes me feel very, very grateful, because I know that is something that so many people would love to do but do not get the opportunity. So I don't take that for granted at all. So I feel very blessed, and I'm just so thankful that I'm able to stay home as long as I am. Next question is, where's your favorite store to shop at? My favorite store is probably Target. I would go to Target and just like roam around. Now that I'm doing, like, we're budgeting and we're on the Dave Ramsey plan and stuff, I try not to go to Target just to roam around, because it's a waste of gas and I'm gonna want to get something, I'm sure, whether it be a couple dollars or, you know, $10. I don't buy expensive things, but even like $5 here and there just adds up. So I know that if I go, I'm probably gonna want to go to like Starbucks, or I'm gonna want to get the boys a snack or a little toy, or feel like I need to pick up something. So even though Target's my favorite store to shop at, it's not a place that I go to just roam at anymore. All right, guys, well, those are the questions that I have to answer for you guys. I didn't get to every single one, but this video is getting long already. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. I'm gonna go on the couch and start editing this so I can get it up. See you all next time. Bye, guys.